back, pedal back, pedal back, pedal back, pedal back, pedal.
So Jacob has his makeup game tonight. That was canceled on Monday. So he gets there. My mother-in-law ended up getting there. My dad ended up getting there. And then because of lightning, it was delayed and then it was canceled. Oh, well, that's fine because now I get to go watch him tonight. I know. Oh, turning the microphone back on.
It is.
Awesome, thank you.
I don't know what the table mic. I muted that so we would figure out once the presentation started.
Boxes up. My sister's gonna come here. She's been printing checklists and like looking through things and like making.
Is she the type?
Usually I am, but I called her and was like, I need you now. She's like, I got it, it's fine. And she has downtime at work. So she's like, might as well do something. I know. She'll like send me houses. Look at this, look at this. I'm busy. I can't do that right now. Oh.
I think you might need to have just like a standing out if someone says to the house that you're like, pause this meeting. I need to not be homeless.
I think I am looking frequently. I was looking again this morning. I looked in the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep. There's just like it's so warm this morning. Right? There's been one on FSBO that's like it's nice. But the taxes are like $7,000.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Where's it at?
Irish.
Okay.
Something.
That's over by Corey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Irish Woods.
Yeah, Irish. There's an HOA fee. So like that doesn't fit me. I'm not that formal. There's a nice one, but it's on Jersey Ridge. I don't know that I want to live on Jersey Ridge. That seems way too busy.
I used to live in the
Did you?
but down in the village area, so it wasn't quite as.
This is like off of Kimberly.
Oh yeah, that is quite pricey.
Because
But the houses there are very nice.
It is.
I think that every time I drive down, I'm like, these are really nice houses for a 4-lane.
Right. Right.
Well, and then I think about, this is me, my public works mentality is, okay, snow routes. If you live on a posted snow route,
I know.
and you have visitors, and you don't have enough parking
Oh,
spaces.
I don't care.
Oh.
My visitors can suck it. I'm
Okay.
very proud to live on a snow route
So
because
am
I never have problems getting to
Never.
work.
I live on a hill route right now.
Okay.
And so my road is always the first to get
Okay.
plowed. I love it.
I love living on a snow route.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't care. Ticket all of these people.
Yeah.
See, and we are, so,
Figure it out.
of course, we have our 2-car garage, and then
Yeah.
come on. Then we have our
Where's
driveway.
everybody?
But Jacob always parks,
People
Oh,
are very early.
because Jacob parks out on the street, because otherwise we'd be moving, and granted, when it's snowing, for the plow, we do move his into the driveway, but Carter's gonna be driving here shortly, so we're gonna have 4 cars, and it's like, that would be
That's too much musical chairs.
yeah. Well, not in the alley
Pay for a
area.
private.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bright idea of Craig Malin. Let's bring back alleys because it's progressive. Yeah.
But I didn't think of them as alleys, but they are alleys. And then make
Those
sure.
roads are, like, I had a friend that used to live in a condo back there,
Okay.
and the roads are very narrow, so they're alleys, interesting.
And then make sure that it is a city accepted road, because sometimes the further the road isn't up to city standards, so we don't accept it.
Then do I have to take my garbage to a city road, or do they go on non-city?
As long as a waiver is signed, maybe by the builder or the homeowners, we will go in there. But that's something I would definitely double check. I think Nikki goes, I think her area is not accepted.
Wow.
Good morning.
Chief Moore, how are we doing?
Excellent. Yourself?
Good.
Oh, remind me we need to go downstairs after this.
Okay, sounds good. And I'm getting some computers for my IT.
So, I ended up meeting Meredith.
Awesome.
Yes, I only had like 2 seconds with her,
Okay.
but
Did she make a good impression?
yes.
Okay, good.
She probably thought I was strange. All I did was walk
Didn't
with
say.
her right off.
But
Good. You know, last Friday she was at February cleaning the pool and getting ready to go, and I think, is it 12? Maybe one of her first days. Actually working. Sounds like she's working a lot. So.
That's good. I mean, is it gonna work out for her?
I think so. I don't think that,
feels like it should be.
there hasn't been anything said or concerns with anything, so. Kim got a new job, so she starts Tuesday, so things are going pretty well.
Where is she gonna live? Okay.
It wasn't that she wanted to be in the same industry, but,
The next month.
they, good offer, I couldn't refuse it. So, should be good, should be, pretty good in line with what she, has been used to doing, so.
You guys switch them around? Yep.
Good.
I won't be able to put it back.
There you go, right there. Yep.
You're impressed, aren't you?
I'm very. What's the quorum, 3? Okay. Let's make a quick meeting. 3 minutes.
The third person off, or she is.
I'm telling you. I don't have a watch on, but.
Well, we can kind of see. Yeah.
Nobody's here.
Yeah.
What?
So Pat's having surgery? Surgery tomorrow?
I think you're right. Yes. I
She's
think
doing something, okay. Jerry, I think, is supposed to be here. Toby.
I'm waiting for Basha.
June is disappearing already.
Well,
Maybe-
three weeks. You said it.
We're waiting, you're
Oh,
waiting.
for this today, yeah.
Basha, hi. How you doing? I know. He's not with us. Yeah. That's okay. I'll try for another one. We're starting. We already in another round, so you never know. Yep.
I got my phone, there's something,
I have a call into the Polish embassy, so we can just see what they can do. They can help us somehow.
For some reason, it thinks I'm
Are you sleeping?
sleeping. Apparently, my phone thinks it is.
The more goes on, than we know.
I get to feel really important. Morning.
Sometimes we call them just.
Absolutely. Hello. What's that? That's good to know. But see, it's just rush, and all of a sudden you won't see us again for a while. Some of those things, we're gonna get back to you. Some of the things we talked about updating, you know, time.
So I guess we'll have.
So everyone has a year to do that. Yeah, we have that schedule.
Yes.
Hey, you're overdue. Come on, 9:01.
He's fine. Absolutely.
Wait for you. Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about the hills.
Oh, huh. Oh, good for you.
They got
So it wouldn't be so bad for me
they got about.
writing it down.
I saw the notes.
It's going home. It'll be all uphill.
Hold up.
Yeah, 9:01. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
According to it.
Hurry up and wait.
Wow, I'm sorry, that went fast. I got here early and it's 9:01, so I hereby call this meeting to order. We need a motion to approve today's agenda.
Make the motion.
Been motioned, I have a second.
It was. Yes.
Did, okay.
Second.
I can't hear on that side.
Okay.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to approve today's agenda. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Approval of the minutes, everybody's had, copy of minutes from last time. So I would entertain a motion to approve last meeting's minutes.
Moved it. Seconded.
Okay? All those in favor, say aye. Oh, I need
Aye.
a second, okay. New business. No new business. Wow. No old business. No old business. Oh. All right, we do have certification lists. Would you please?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
So I've got two civilian positions for your approval today within our police department. The first would be the crime scene technician. It's an entry-level position within the police department. The examination was a 30%, the interview was a 70%. The list is before you, ready for certification, and the salary range is listed, and they are part of the AFSCME union. So for this one, we were looking for someone with a bachelor's degree in forensic science, chemistry, biology, physics, or closely related physical or natural laboratory science, or an associate's degree in those same curriculums and possesses 2 years of continuous work experience in a laboratory or crime scene field or related area. They had to pass a thorough background investigation, possess and maintain a valid driver's license during the duration of employment, must be able to pass a pre-employment physical as prescribed by the city, and become an Iowa resident within 2 years. So how it shook out, we had 118 applicants. 99 were qualified and were invited to participate in the testing, in the written examination process. 40 candidates passed the written examination, 1 withdrew, 9 did not show, 25 did not schedule, and 24 scored below 70%. 40 candidates were then invited to participate in the interview. 11 candidates passed the interview, 1 withdrew, 6 did not schedule, 22 scored below the required 70%. 10 candidates then went on to the background investigation, or 11 candidates went on to the background investigation, 1 failed the background investigation. So you have 10 candidates on the certification list. An interesting note about these applicants, we attracted applicants from all over the United States, East Coast, West Coast, North and South. And the list before you of the certified, there's only 3 candidates that are from the Iowa, Illinois area, not our regional area, outside of our regional area, but we attracted people from all over. So good talent is on the certification list before you. Any
How did you
questions?
conduct the interviews?
I'm sorry?
Did you bring them here for interviews?
We did Zoom interviews, yep. Since they were across the country, we thought, given the pandemic is still a thing and also the travel expense, we did everything via Zoom. Yeah, it worked out well. Okay.
Well, I guess, why do you think you got such a wide variety?
Well, the last time we did this, probably 2 years ago, I think we did a hiring process for crime scene tech. We also attracted people from all over the country. I think it's just a unique field based in the science realm that people are interested. I know there's an organization out there, crimesceneinvestigator.net is a website that picks up a lot of the listings. And I've noticed that a lot of people applied for this position through that particular organization.
Do most police departments, smaller ones or ones our size or so on, have a crime scene technician?
Those agencies our size and larger, yes. A lot of smaller departments based on staffing and also the cost of having additional personnel in, probably not. We also have some police officers on night shift that also serve as crime scene techs. They're trained to do that. But smaller departments probably have their officers trained to do that particular aspect.
And then you said, now, there was nobody like within Davenport or the region here that did qualify?
Yeah, very few. Yeah, it's mostly a national attraction, so it's unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see that over half of the people failed the interview.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Again, with every interview, if you cannot articulate a response, and it's a scored interview, panel interview, I can tell you the areas that the interview actually covered for this particular position. Personal qualifications, knowledge of the position, decision-making abilities, diversity, quality and service, and then they also were given a call for service scenario to describe how they would, how would they prioritize. And they were rated on each of those questions. So if if an applicant is not able to articulate a response, a comprehensive response, and hit those key points that we're wanting to hear, they score lower. So, and we see this in all interviews that we do at the city.
And it concerns me that you see it in all interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Because not all people are good interviewers.
Sure.
It doesn't make it so that they're not really good for the job. And you have people who have disabilities who are not able to answer questions that quickly and are maybe autistic, may just have certain learning disabilities, but they're still really good at the job because they passed the test.
Sure.
I just have concerns that overall, I see so many people failing these interviews. And to me, the interviews are so subjective that I think it's something you guys need to really look at.
Sure. And I know we've had some internal discussions on this. Yeah, absolutely. So point well taken, Karen. Okay, the next position, police services generalist. Oh, sorry, the stats are also included in there. Lots of them since we had so many applicants.
Just a comment about the stats.
Yes.
I noticed that every finalist is, below the age of 40, and there are quite a large number of people who are in their, 18 to 21 range. So these are people who are basically just coming out of college, I guess,
Yes.
and applying. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that we have such a young talent pool that's willing to apply for a
That's
job. here.
phenomenal. Yeah. Mhm. Absolutely. And that Davenport is attractive to
Yeah.
the younger generation. Absolutely.
I guess kind of somewhat unrelated, but or you have them coming in from all over, do these people stay? What kind of, turnover do you, I mean, is it something?
Turnover within this position, within the crime scene tech, is very low. The attrition is low. So, I mean, I'm making the assumption that once we get them here, based on the quality of the job, the quality of our pay and benefits, and the quality of life here in the Davenport area and the Quad Cities region, I think we're very attractive. So I would imagine that once we get one of those young professionals in here, we're able to keep the talent based on everything that we're offering. So, but I don't have actual data on.
Well, no, I mean, just a
recently.
general question,
Yeah.
People are from all over the country, are they just moving in and out? And
Sure.
that's fine,
We get them hooked, and then they
Good.
stay.
good.
Yeah. So the next one was police services generalist, works in our records division of the police department. Again, it's an entry-level position. It was a 30-70. The salary range is there, and again, it's also a member of the ASME union. For this one, we're looking for a high school diploma or GED, plus 2 years of complex office work or technical certification from an accredited college, plus 1 year of experience in the field of certification, or 2 years active military duty, or an associate's degree from an accredited college or university. They had to pass a thorough background check, and they also must become an Iowa resident per Iowa code. Okay, so how this one shook out. 54 applicants for this position. 51 candidates were qualified and invited to participate in the written examination. 15 candidates passed the written examination. 1 withdrew, 5 did not show, 26 did not schedule, and 4 scored below 70%. 15 candidates were invited to participate in the interview. 5 candidates passed the interview, 3 withdrew, 6 did not schedule, 1 scored below 70%. 5 candidates passed the background and 5 are on the certification list for your approval. And then the stats were listed.
Ideally, what would be the number, the pool you'd want to have that had passed everything? I assume you get too many and it becomes overwhelming, and you have too few, you don't have many choices.
I would like to always have a large pool. I always want to cast our net wide, even if it's police officer, if it's PSG, if it's a crime scene tech, whatever position we're hiring for, I like a very wide net. And I like to cast that net as wide as possible, get as many people into the process as we can. It's a good problem to have. Means more work on our part, so be it.
Okay.
Any questions on PSG?
What is it anyway?
What do you mean?
What does a generalist do?
Police Services Generalist works in the Services Division of the Police Department, so they work in the Records Bureau, handling the records, all the records that the Police Department compiles. They also work the front desk of the Police Department. They answer, they take the non-emergency calls for the Police Department as well. So it's a very solid and critical support function for the Police Department.
Okay.
Okay, great. I'll turn it over to Gina.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So today I have one list to be certified, and that is for our principal accounting clerk. This is an entry-level position in our finance department. The written examination was weighted at 100%, and our list is ready for certification. You can see the salary range, and this is part of the AFSCME union. So our minimum qualifications, this does require an associate's degree in accounting, bookkeeping, business or related field, and 2 years of experience as an accounting clerk or an equivalent combination of training and experience. They must pass a background check as prescribed by the city. And again, they must become an Iowa resident within 2 years of hire and maintain that residency. Any questions?
I do.
Sure.
So why is it that this one's 100% and doesn't have an interview? I'm just confused. I mean, some of these positions do, some of them don't. How do you make those determinations?
That is also determined by the hiring manager as well on how they would like to move forward with that process. Some of them, depending on how much customer service, how much interaction they're going to have with customers, that may be a determining qualification as well, determining factor as well.
So this position doesn't have any contact with?
This is
Public.
more internal customers and our internal staff that they're working with.
Okay.
Okay. So we did have 45 applicants. 43 of those candidates were qualified and invited to participate in the written examination. 9 candidates passed the written examination, 2 withdrew, 4 did not show, 16 did not schedule, and 12 scored below a 70%. 9 candidates passed the background check, and 9 candidates are on the certification list. Okay. Questions? Okay. And then we do have our stats.
Mostly older people, as opposed to, I guess, an entry level, you would view was more younger.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, any other questions? Okay. Well, that concludes our presentation, and thank you.
I have a quick question on police. And maybe I misinterpreted it. For some odd reason, I was reading like Bettendorf, and it seemed to imply that maybe not live in Iowa, but you had to have a direct route to the station. I just wondered if that would, it seems like we always have plenty of applicants, but is that something we could consider?
It is something that the city council could consider, yes.
Right, that's what I
And
mean.
some departments are looking at all their current requirements and making modifications to attract talent. So that's been an internal conversation that we've had as well.
Would
Yep.
that be beneficial to you?
It could be, yes. Mhm. Absolutely.
As I read that, it seemed like it. I mean, you know, it was kind of constructed, so if you lived in Moline, you could still be a Bettendorf policeman
Yes.
if you could get there.
Yeah, we're being a border community, a state border community, we're a very unique community, and a lot of those are cities that are similar to ours that have this certain configuration to another state are looking at all aspects, yep.
Is this something under consideration, or would it be something to?
We've
plan-
had some conversations, it's been under consideration for several years.
Okay,
It's not moved the needle.
all right. I don't know if that was something to be recommended to the right people, might help out or not, like
That-
alderman.
That could, yes,
And Iowa code allows for that to happen, because,
they do. Yes.
okay, so if you're.
I think the code was modified, I don't know the exact time frame, but it was a handful of years ago that the state did modify the code to allow.
Okay. I didn't
Since
know
we're in a
that.
unique situation here. I know the other side of the state.
Oh, like Council Bluffs and Omaha,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yep,
Yeah.
same thing, same thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yep,
Thank you.
yeah.
All right, we've heard the certification list. Unless anyone has an objection, the chair would entertain a motion to approve them.
I make the motion.
Seconded.
Okay, so moved and seconded to accept the certification list. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, thank you. Anything else to come before this lengthy meeting?
I would just make a note that the next meeting will be July 21st.
Got it.
Typically, it's the second Wednesday of the month. This time it'll be the third to accommodate the police officer certification list.
Okay,
It's all about me. Thanks.
we need more questions. We'll be ready next time.
Yeah.
You know, we say that after every meeting.
I know it. And you go home, you go, gee, I wonder, I should ask that. Okay, great. I'll accept a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.
So, 21st.
21st, all right.
It'll be here before you know it.
There you go.
Oh, I should check on my wife, huh?
Yeah, I got to sign.
We gotta sign papers yet.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sign first if you need to.
I'll go over here. As long as she's conscious, we're okay.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, I say that every morning.
You rode a motorcycle, not a bicycle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, no wonder, I probably sounded stupid about having trouble going back uphill. No, I
got 3 teenagers at home, and they, oh, can I borrow the car for the rest of the week? Can I borrow the car? Well, what am I gonna do?
Good thing it's not raining.
Yeah, it did a little bit yesterday, but I was okay. Rain doesn't bother me, it's the wind.
Yeah.